All right, good evening and welcome to another Oakland esports stream. Tonight we've got Overwatch 2 back in action. They are going up against University of Missouri. It's Mizzou tonight for Overwatch. It's going to be Coach Ori and Stevie on the mic here tonight. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently just because we don't have Coach Leone in here. So it's just, we got a two-person broadcast experience going on here. So we're going to be just kind of keeping it a little bit simple, just keeping it just stream going to be just seeing the player cams or seeing gameplay and then just keep the desk cam in here. But Stevie,
it's a short-handed day.
Yeah. If only we had one extra person, right?
Only one.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to help production at Oakland, by the way, I believe we are welcoming any help that may want to come through.
Exactly. Yeah. Should be a good game tonight. I actually don't know what if Mizzou won their week 1. Go check the.
I don't know, but I can talk maybe a little bit about their roster.
Yeah, go ahead while I go find our conference.
As I say that out loud, I actually don't know much of this roster at all. I believe NACE is a name that I recognize. This used to be there used to be a player called Clairvoyant that used to play on this team.
Okay.
And when they were playing on the team, I believe the team was also much stronger. I don't know what improvements they've made since. But I do know at one point when they had a group of people graduate out and were struggling to sort of find the same level that they were at before.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see what they've done since then. And I mean, I still gotta hope OU's gonna pull the win out, obviously.
But exactly.
It's an OU stream. We're fully biased here.
Of course. So, I'm not too sure what happened, but it currently says that we are 2-0 on the season.
We've already won.
That we beat the Shockers
Oh, it happened
twice.
twice?
We beat
NACE?
No, we're sitting at 1-0. So this makes let me go now look to see what actually is going on for the rest of the 10 because it showed that the Shockers were 0-3. So I was like, "Huh, what is going on?" What is
And
going
Shocker
on?
was it Wichita that we played last week?
Mhm.
That's the same team.
Yeah. So we actually don't even know what their record is because they did not report their match from last week against Cleveland State. So I wonder if that is actually inside the Union 10 Google Sheet. Let me go check. So it's still weird. Like we talked about this last week where our conference, Union 10, so a bunch of D1 schools, opted into a self-select conference. And we started our competitive season 1 week before everybody else did.
Yep.
Because we already knew our teams.
Yep.
And we were all ready to play. So we started playing last week. So
Is that in
we
Sorry, I've cut you
No,
off.
I was saying so like we just started 1 week a little bit early. Let me go.
Is the starting a week early in an attempt to create a larger gap between end of regular season and playoffs in the future, or is it just we have the information, so we're just going to do it early?
So we started a week early because there is going to be a thing at the end of the season where all the schools in the Union 10, they get together. We're going to Mizzou down in Missouri, and there's going to be an actual weekend-long tournament to determine who from the Union 10 goes to the playoffs, actually.
Oh, fun.
So it's going to take the regular season results of fall, and winter, combine them together, seeds it into a bracket, and then the top three. That then we'll know the top. Here's the top three.
And then that also does the results of that also determines where those three get seeded in that playoff bracket, right? Or is that a separate?
It'll get the results that come from this Union 10 Mizzou LAN will determine the seeding or the final placement of our conference heading into NACE playoffs, the whole Grand National playoffs, actually.
Got it. While we're sitting here staring at our wonderful players, and we have the technology today, so I just want to go through. You'll see it in the player cams as well, but we have our wonderful players who I will point out and name for you so you know in the future who we're looking at. So, down on the bottom right, we have Ben, also known as Gren, in-game. We have Dominic, also known as Crowy. Oh, I've done it twice. Whoops. We can do that. We have the technology.
We have the technology now.
So Ben, also known as Gren. We have Dominic, also known as Crowy. He's our tank player. Ben is a DPS who is able to flex to support if need be, depending on hero bans and things. We have Tony, also known as Wolfie, next up the line here. And then he's our flex DPS player. And we have Brad, also known as Frothy Philly. He's been around for a while. He's our flex support player. And then over all by his lonesome on the other side of the group is Jax, also known as Matt. Going in as we are making our way into map 1.
Finally.
I did not see hero bans.
Me neither. They kind of went a little bit fast, actually.
I don't know if we can get that up because that is important. I do see Frothy is playing support, so I think Kiri exists in this game. But as we are making our way to map 1, here's once again our Ben, Tony, Crowley, Dominic, Brad, Frothy, Jax, Matt. I definitely started saying names and tags later on in that. That's okay. And it looks like we're starting with a conventional, assuming this is going to be the rollout, conventional Zarya, Fury Lucio, Wolfie's on Vendetta, Gren, Sim TP swaps to either a Sojourner.
Yeah. We do have character bans, by the way. It is a Hazard ban that came out for Mizzou.
Okay.
And then Tracer was the ban from Oakland.
Tracer. Okay. Tracer makes sense if you have a strong flex DPS player.
The Hazard band is a little interesting. I think they're just maybe
I
like.
do think specifically against this team last semester. I think.
Oh yeah.
In what was a fairly, because Hazard was still relatively new, I think, around then. Crowley was putting in work on the Hazard.
I would say like there was
team.
Hazard was quite the
deck
common pick for Crowley last semester, and we're seeing him.
Hazard was very strong. I don't know where he sits
right now.
Exactly right now in the meta. Obviously, like Zarya I think is better. Sig's very good right now. D.Va's very good right now.
Because they were probably, you got to think, right? There were probably about 2 patches between NACE Grand Finals and where we are right now, right?
At least. How many months was it?
So
there's a patch at least every 2 months.
End of April. So basically, like the last weekend of, so basically May through January.
Oh, so there would have been.
You had about like five-ish months, 6 months.
That's 3 seasons ish.
Oh wow! So yeah.
I don't think they do it every season, but there is a mid-season patch about a month in.
Okay.
As well.
So yeah, there was definitely like.
Oh my gosh, then that is so.
And.
The melee character can hit the character that can fly. By the way.
So good.
I don't know if I
talked.
I don't know if I talked about this in the Vendetta breakdown last week. But part of her hit with that overhead slam that you'll see right here, which he canceled it because there was no one there. Which again, you get the overhead slam at the 3rd hit of the normal primary fire combo, and at the end of this dash that you just saw. If there is a character in the air, the overhead slam will drag them down to the ground like a Ramatra E.
Oh, that is something
so
you definitely did not cover in the Vendetta.
So characters
breakdown.
like Pharah, like Echo, like Juno, you can
you
yank them down to the floor if you connect the overhead with them, and I'm sure we'll see it at some point in here. Or you can just kill the Kiri out of midair from a very, very good boop from Jax there.
Yeah. This is crazy, right? 80. This is just 90% essentially unanswered by Mizzou here. And we might just straight up see a 100-0 here in point 1.
It might be that way. I don't know if they get the touch in time. Looks like somebody did. Probably the Monkey, if I had to exist, as an overclock comes out from Skier on the side of Mizzou. We're just having too much fun watching Wolfie play Vendetta. Yeah, they are. So they do get touch. I don't know who's winning this fight. I think the trades have been relatively even, although OU is going to pick up 2 there. It's just the Monkey left. He has the Primal Rage. Keep himself alive, but he has to stay on the point, but the High Noon's going to kill him if he does.
Takes him down.
And there it is.
There's the round. So, first point goes to Oakland. 100-0, man.
This character. Okay, I don't want to discredit the rest of the team because everyone's playing fairly well. I think that was actually a very strong round from Jack, specifically on the Lucio. One of his better performances so far. Obviously, Crowley on the Zarya, difficult to deal with. Frothy on the Kiri, incredible. Gren on the hit scan, putting down damage consistently. But just this character, especially when paired with the Zarya, where you have the extra utility to throw the bubbles on the Vendetta as she goes in.
Yeah.
It's so much value. The character is so good, and this is a nerfed version of Vendetta from her initial launch, and an even further nerfed version of her quick play trial 2 weeks before she actually had her official launch with the season.
Oh wow!
That patch specifically was unstoppable. But this character, not only is she incredibly strong, she's also just incredibly fun to watch, as there is a Widow on the side of Mizzou, which is in very much some trouble. Although it does get defended. The peel from... Oh my gosh. Peel from the Lucio on the Mizzou side does keep the Widow alive. As Gren's actually going to go down to the rail, going to Skier. And Wolfie might be gone as well, yep.
So far we're seeing Mizzou, University of Missouri, playing it having a much better time on this point.
Oh my gosh. He burns 2 bubbles, but Krabi is immediately at full charge pretty much. Just for standing there, and is not pressured at all to lose acting this way his bubbles out. Although it does go down pretty early there, but gets healed up with another bubble gone. Sigma very strong, although the Zarya beam does just go through the kinetic graph, so it doesn't really matter as he's just going to get sped onto the backline. Bap goes down, it's going to be Sojourn 2, slides into the wall, can't get away. Is he gonna try and he can boost up? Oh my! I didn't know Zarya could actually get there.
That's crazy. I was like, I don't even.
I know she has that movement tech. I did not realize she could get that high.
Yeah.
Zarya on this high ground is not something you see in your average rank game, at least not in my ranks, which, to be fair, is not very high. And once just the bubble goes on with Vendetta, this Widow is not... Oh, it survived that somehow just, but this Lucio will absolutely be dead. There he goes. And full stacks as well. Doesn't quite get in before the stacks run out, but is on the Widow again. Wastes that grapple. Gonna force him back. Lamp comes out, isn't in time either. It's just the pressure that Vendetta is able to put on team. Even though like Vendetta's not the one getting the kills in this round specifically, but like just the pressure she puts out, the amount of resources she gets out. Now Ren can hit a railgun. Crowy can walk in and just beam somebody down.
Yep.
They do have, that's a Sombra on the flank as a grab picks up I think 2 or 3 people there, and the Sombra in the back line isn't going to do much for Mizzou.
And OU is just pressuring Mizzou back into their spawn, right? While we just have the point ticking ever so closer to 100 for us. It is just Mizzou now on the back foot, trying to just find a way to get out of their base and be able to contest this point.
Oh my gosh. Another fun fact about Vendetta. By the way, they did flip the point there. The Sombra did back cap throughout there, but it's not going to matter. Is she able to get out? Probably just barely. But another fun thing with Vendetta is with her ultimate, which we didn't see there, and also if the timing and the lineup is correct on her overhead, Map can throw his lamp to protect himself from the Vendetta.
Ooh,
however, if the timing is correct, the overhead slam, because it comes from above, can kill the lamp, and then the lamp's dead before Vendetta actually hits the BAP inside of the lamp.
Oh, wow.
So it kills both of them in the same hit.
That's crazy.
Just because of the nature of the direction that you're traveling from. As well with the ultimate. If you try to Mortality Field as Baptiste, the ultimate, it will kill the lamp before it kills you.
Yeah.
Which makes the lamp effectively useless. Most of the ults and abilities in this game that are protective and defensive in that way just get absolutely obliterated by Vendetta.
It's crazy to see that Vendetta was able to hunt down the Sombra there. Like, that's like, Sombra.
Because she gains movement speed too.
Right? Like,
she gains movement speed with the stacks that she gets.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Look at that quick play the game by.
The flex from Wolf. Picks up 2. And also, it goes over and down and up surfaces. If you're on high ground and they're not, it'll hit below you. If you're on the low ground, it'll hit the high ground as well. The character's
pretty good.
Ridiculous. I'm gonna until this character gets nerfed, which I'll be honest, I don't want her to because she's fun to watch and fun to play.
Yeah.
Is not fun to play against, especially if you're a support, I will admit.
Yeah, I would imagine if you're playing a squishy, this is probably your biggest op.
It's hell.
It's got to be your biggest op as a character. If you are stuck
as someone
as a
who
squishy.
plays both the DPS role and the support role, I do. Whenever I am playing support, she is my #1 ban.
Yeah.
To be fair, but if I'm on DPS, I'm never gonna ban her because why would I deny myself the potential to have that amount of fun? Usually she gets banned in most games anyway.
Yeah.
But the few that she gets through.
Definitely. I wonder what we're going to see for the counter pick map. Right? Because it's counter pick, they get to choose the game mode.
If I had to guess, I'm going to say King's Row. It's always King's Row.
Yeah. Could be good. Could be Scrim's Row. Could be Scrim's Row.
But now I imagine that Vendetta is getting banned in the hero bans.
See, that's, I think, the scary point, right? Like, you're looking at Mizzou, right? And they targeted Hazard, right? Because they're like, we have to ban out Crawley. But now they saw, like, they now just got to deal with Wolfie on Vendetta. And now they're like, what do we do? Do we let Crawley have potentially his best possible pick?
True.
Or do we just get rid of Vendetta? Because we don't like that hero.
I will
guess she's kind of like a semi-villain.
I don't know if a character can be banned more than once in a series. I don't know the exact rules on hero bans. I should probably look into that for next week.
Well, I don't think you can if I think it's that you can't ban the same role that the other
Correct.
team banned.
That one I know. So like perhaps they ban Hazard to protect maybe like a Sigma, right?
Yeah.
Because Sigma's very strong right now. And if their tank player is a good Sigma player, maybe they want to protect that, so they ban Hazard. So you take that away from Crowley as well, and then
Yeah.
Sigma's an option. However, I don't think you can ban Hazard again later. I think the other team can. So like if Oakland, if we wanted to ban Hazard, we could theoretically.
Yeah.
This is pure speculation. I have to go read the rule book on this one, and I will hopefully remember to before next week.
Make a little note.
And by read the rule book, I actually just mean ask the players when they're done, because they already know.
Yeah.
Maybe
they know.
I would hope so, because they're the one doing it week in, week out.
Yeah. To be honest, it's probably just Captain Jax that knows.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough because you ban Vendetta, and then I mean that still leaves. You know, Wolfie still gets his Genji, still has an option for his Hanzo.
Yeah.
Both incredible picks for him.
It's nice that like, I mean, outside of like Jax, right? Like OU's, like the OU players, they pretty have a relatively deep character pool for the most part.
I would argue Jax does too. It's just unfortunately the role doesn't allow for that, because like the main support role, you're either playing Lucio or you're playing Brig 99% of the time.
Yeah.
To be fair though, in the recent history, in the last 6 months to a year ish, that has changed at least a tiny bit, with the addition of both Juno, who tends to be more the flex support role, but still can be played as a main support.
Yeah.
And then also Wu Yang is an additional option there.
That's true. You know, we did see Jax on the Wu Yang a few times last semester.
And that's just meta depending, right?
Yeah.
I think the addition of Wu Yang specifically has opened up a lot more for the main support role to kind of have some variety for once in their life. Although, you know what we haven't seen in a while, which did get played in an official match not too long ago for the first time?
What?
Mercy.
Mercy?
Mercy is a main support who rarely ever sees the light of day, which I'll be honest, I've come around a bit. I used to be a Mercy hater.
Yeah.
Although, to be honest, she's fine. She's not as annoying as I thought. I do admit that Rez is an ability that sort of just takes away from the game as a whole, because it just like, oh, they got to pick. Oh, never mind, it's undone. Especially if you're playing like a pokey sniper meta too.
Yeah.
Also, just we had to clarify. I brought this up last week. The other team said we're gonna ban Ven.
Yep.
So Jax naturally replies, Venture, right? Because we have two characters that are abbreviated as Ven. Which, I'll be honest, that was absolutely a meme. We knew who they were, but you know, you gotta be specific.
You do. And it does look like we're going to King's Row, and the ban is Ven.
It is Vendetta, I believe. Yeah, Vendetta ban and Rhine ban. That seems why.
Oh my gosh,
there's some funny things happening in the chat right now. Threatening the rulebook over not specifying which Ven they want banned.
Yeah.
All jokes, I believe. I hope so. I'm gonna pretend that it is, even if it isn't. But it is. Yeah, it looks like it's Vendetta and Reinhardt. I don't understand the Reinhardt ban. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you know.
Other than just like, why would we ban anything else? I guess. I don't know if you can opt to just do a no ban.
Yeah.
But
we'll figure it out.
Reinhardt ban pretty much is saying we don't want to ban anything.
Yep. Here we head into King's Row as they get set up.
Looks like
We have so Oakland. If orange side is what? That means we are on defense
orange
first.
Orange is attacking first, which is where Oakland is. We'll get that swapped momentarily. So looking at it,
we're on,
Gren
we're on
looking to
attack
open up-
first.
Yeah, we are attacking first. Gren looking to open up on the Widow, perhaps. Do have to look out on the Mizzou side, so they are playing the Sig. Expected that. Sig, Bapalari, fairly strong core to play with. Tracer gets to be a flank, and they have the Hanzo to threaten the long range. And it appears that Widowmaker has a quest to give.
Now, who do we think? What are we thinking about Gren's Widowmaker?
I have no idea. I have not seen him do much.
We saw like some decent like hit scanning on the McCree or
he appears to be
Cassidy or whatever the character.
a strong hit scan player. I just haven't seen enough of it to really form an opinion.
Immediately though,
the Widowmaker is just the opening shot. Maybe you get a pick. As Wolfie's just gonna immediately dash through and get a pick on the Hanzo.
We are seeing the Sojourn come out for Gren.
Yeah, the pylon goes down as well, so they're down all pretty much like half of a support with Alari's pylon being broken as well.
Yeah.
As Gren's gonna take a high ground flank onto this Baptiste, and this might just be a dead Bap. Yep.
Okay. You know, I was a little worried.
It was a little close.
A little worried about how they were both strafing the wrong ways of each other.
And I mean, to be fair, Bap is a scary support to dive, especially if you're not on a dive character, because like Sojourn realistically isn't a dive character.
They're very much just a.
But Bap is a very
distance.
lethal support in the grand scheme of things. Maybe not quite as lethal as someone like Kiriko can be, but still scary to 1v1.
Yep.
Arguably one of the best characters in a 1v1 situation, because he's got both the lamp, the burst heal, as well as his damage. As speaking of 1v1s and now a 2v1 for.
Wolfie just trying to hunt down the Tracer.
This Tracer's absolutely low. Is going to get a health back around the back there. And
you know,
it's
Wolfie
just keeping
says,
him
you know
out
what?
of the fight.
I'm going back to the T. We're gonna go push that payload.
Absolutely. There is
They took that. They took the initial capture point pretty fast, I would say. Right, 5 minutes on the clock still. So arguably Oakland starting out pretty good here in map number 2.
Scary. It's obviously, so Crowley hits the grab and catches anyone that's behind that window, but just not trying to Frothy's position there, just staring down a window, even if they're all in the grab, is just terrifying because so much damage can be put through that.
Yeah.
Especially like Sig, if he direct impacts you with the window damage multiplier, that's it.
We're seeing Crowley back to the Zarya, and 6%. That means I already saw that grab bubble just getting used in that previous fight. Now we see Wolfie is 90% on his ultimate. Going to be coming up here in probably the next fight. Gren also getting close to that 100%. Jax does have his ult ready, so the moment if there's going to be just somebody's going to make the right call, and we're going to see a big scrap here going into the
sound barrier
next
from
point.
Jax will be used in when the Sigma uses Gravitic Flux.
So it'll be it'll just be a counter ult.
It'll be a counter to the Flux. The Rocket Barrage from the Pharah does get used, and it just ends up kind of trading out as the tank of Mizzou goes down, but then Wolfie's traded as well, so it's even fight, although the Pharah picks up another kill. Gren gets the trade back, so we're 2v2 going into what could be the final fight of point 2 here if OU wins it, but I think they might just take the time to back out.
Yeah, just kind of reset, right? I mean, Crowley is here now.
Crowley's W key and no charge.
So
Not really
numbers
much
advantage
out.
for Oakland.
Suzu gets forced.
Forcing him off as we get to this last little leg before we hit 2 meters away. Oakland is so close, and that is a ult coming down.
Getting ult. The Zarya bubble doesn't matter. Beacon gets used as well as the Kitsune Rush from both the supports of Oakland.
Wow.
I didn't hear the ult line for Sigma, but apparently Gravitic Flux did get used. I wonder if that got canceled due to
Yeah, I would
death.
say, like, you know, that ult got used, and I don't even think it was even remotely successful.
It might have been a bit of a Ajax.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
And this payload moving fast as we are just keeping the
Crowley's
zoo
movement on
trapped.
Zarya is incredible. Can we talk about that for a second?
On an adventure,
Oh,
hitting new places, new heights.
Wolfie's gonna go down, and this is gonna force a retreat from Oakland. And Frothy does get the TP out, and
Oach
might
gonna-
actually find the kill. Oh,
Oh, so
gets
close.
Overextends just a tiny bit, and
And now we're seeing that Nick swapping
Oh
over
my
to the
gosh.
Zarya there too, so
And that's
going for a Zarya to counteract the Zarya. That Sigma was arguably in that that fight that broke out as we finished up like point 2. Sigma was just really not looking all too strong there from Mizzou's side, but switching over to the Zarya, trying to just counteract it. And it's looking a little bit better.
And they're just going to try and kite away from this as well. The grab from Crowley, though, finds a few, and it's going to be enough, I think.
Pick.
No, they're still going to have to back out. Only managed to kill, I think, 2 there with the grab. Plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Oh,
what
the
a
tracer.
nasty hit.
I don't think I was doubting Grant's hit scan ability, but if I was, I am no longer.
I am a believer.
Wolfie on the high ground as well. Always a threat.
Wolfie and Frothy's up high. Ooh, gets the kill on the Zarya. Wow, double kill, triple kill.
Finds 3. He didn't
And
even
I
use
think
blade.
that's just, yeah, that was just pure
That was just Genji dash
ability.
resets.
Yeah, that was just ability execution.
That was I think I've said it before, but Genji does get a refresh on his dash cooldown if he gets a kill.
And immediately goes into ult just to keep Mizzou locked into their base. And now push him on pushing him on the point, but that's a trade. Payload is so close. Under 2 meters left to go. Oakland just trying to get it, and there it is. Round 1 done. Oakland with just shy of 2 minutes left on the clock to clear all 3 points. So a lot of pressure on Mizzou here.
Not the biggest time bank we've seen OU pull out on this map.
No.
But certainly nothing to scoff at.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, you think about it, right? Point 1, we got it done real fast. Point 2, slowed down a little bit. And point 3, it was kind of where Mizzou was kind of looking like they came alive. But, you know, that kind of makes sense since they're closer to spawn.
The story of the payload as you get closer to the defense spawn point, and it just makes it a little bit easier to try and, if not win the round, stall it out.
Yeah.
You don't want to stagger if you don't have to, but it does allow you to, again, just stall and maybe make some time for your team to make a play.
Definitely.
So
here we go.
Looks like Mizzou looking to roll out on a similar comp. Might look... I mean, this brawl comp that Mizzou's on and OU's on, they're actually fully mirrored at the moment, is just like a classic brawl comp of Overwatch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Fury Lucio, a brawl tank, whether that's a Zarya, Reinhardt, Junker Queen. Junker Queen was the tank of choice back in the beginning of Overwatch 1 for this style, and then Sojourn Genji, been a classic DPS line. That's actually, fun fact, at the very beginning of Overwatch 1.
You mean Overwatch 2?
Overwatch 2, sorry. Correct. This, but except it was Junker Queen instead of Zarya, was the meta comp, which used all 3 new Overwatch 2 heroes at the time.
Oh,
Sojourn, Junker Queen, and Kiriko were the 3 new characters going into the beginning of Overwatch 2, and all 3 of them were used at the same time in the same meta.
It's kind of cool. It also feels very deliberate by the developers. Let's make all the new characters
insanely good.
Insanely good, so we see them get used
and
at a high
Genji
meta.
from Wolfie.
You can ban his Vendetta, but he's now will have a Vendetta against you, and he's going to bust out his tried and true inside the Genji.
Jax finds a Lucio. We had a Genji diff and a Lucio diff going into this first point here as they look for a couple more kills. And that's going to be a good start to this defensive hold for Oakland.
Yep. Big start. And
like that.
Just going to see them going back to the Kiriko cam. See Frothy.
Will Frothy hit like 7 headshots in a row. He's done it before. I wouldn't be shocked.
Getting a little bit hard that time. Genji, a little bit smaller of a character model to hit.
Gosh, does he hit that Suzu? I don't know if that actually got, but Wolfie lived. Nope. And gets a kill out of it.
I think that's the first time I've actually heard like the sound of a kunai hitting a opponent.
Really?
Yeah. So like, I now see what the sound is for like the confirmed hit. It actually does sound a little meaty and like something just got stuck into somebody.
Is Wolfie just gonna pull this blade here? I would love to see it. Suzu comes out too. Yep, dashes in. Hears that Suzu, immediately decides to dash in, dash through, pull the blade, finds one, maybe finds a... he runs out. He gets stuck in the animation with the Curies on one shot. Jack somehow finds the kill somewhere, hits a headshot.
Crazy.
I don't know if Wolfie's getting out of this one, although bailed out by his Kiriko.
Oh
Isn't
my
going to get the kill, but does get out himself.
That Farah is so close to death and manages to escape. But, you know, Frothy coming in super clutch with that heal on to
Back up
Wolfie.
here and probably re-engage with the Kitsune Rusher themselves. Their own.
Yeah. I mean, right now, though, Oakland is doing so good in Mizzou. Still, they've got a minute and a half. I mean, like we've said it before multiple times watching Kings Row matches, right? The point, like the A point, really doesn't have like true gameplay until like maybe there's like 30 seconds left and there's 3 ults per team.
And it's always point 1 is the hardest part for the attacking team of any hybrid map. As I did say last week, hybrid is the worst game mode.
You were standing on that.
I
you were
still
standing
stand,
on
but
that soapbox.
I don't know if I got any hate for this because I didn't look at chat last week at all. I'm still a Kings Row hater.
Yeah. Like being a Kings Row hater has got to be like the Overwatch equivalent of like if you say like I really don't like Pokemon Stadium 2 and Smash Bros.
I'd argue that's more based. So I think you might agree with me. At least since the addition of Small Battlefield, PS2 is kind of irrelevant.
I think since the addition of Hollow Bastion, every stage is irrelevant for.
That's you know what? I'm not a Kingdom Hearts person, so.
I think Hollow Bastion is just like the from a. I think it's actually just a really perfect stage. That's just me.
That's fair. Why is Crowy in the air?
Dude, it is damage boosted.
Zarya is a grounded brawl tank and is flying like he's a dive tank.
Yep. 20 seconds, less than 10. Like we're approaching almost 10 seconds left on the clock. I don't think we're gonna see Mizzou touch.
I don't know that they will.
There
might
has not been
Lucio.
a single percent.
No, the Lucio's dead.
Not a single percent. That was a perfect.
Geez.
That was perfect defense. Quite literally perfect. 0% ticked onto point A.
What a game.
What a game! I cannot wait to see what was played at the game. But you got it. Okay, we got. I wonder what it is. What did Crawley do? Was it when he like, he boosted?
Please tell me it's when he flew. No, it was a very large grab that hit basically the entire team.
And then he looks like he gets a triple kill out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, quadra kill actually. That was 4. All right, Oakland now up 2-0 over Mizzou. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good right now.
You know, I like to see close Overwatch games, but I'm never going to complain if OU is just going to stomp.
You know, I also very much like seeing really close Overwatch games. But I like seeing close Overwatch games when those match times are 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's fair. It is.
When it's the 7
start.
p.m. start time, you can go the distance. Go to Game 5. Go to Map 5 for all I care about. But when we start at 9 o'clock on a Monday night,
yeah.
I'm looking for a 30 and a handshake, Stevie. 30 and a handshake, please.
It was a late start. I do believe Missouri is a central time zone, correct? Yeah.
So it's only for them right now. It's
Gee.
like what 9? It's
an hour behind, right?
9:4. It's 9:42 here in Michigan.
8:42.
So it's 8:42. They got a whole evening left.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours. It's about 2 hours until bedtime.
It's bedtime when I get home.
It's getting a little close to sleep time.
Let's see. We go. Map pick is a Dorado. And a Diva Ban.
Dorado is what game mode?
It's Escort. It's I believe it's Mexico is where it's set in.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yep.
Wow.
I feel like I haven't seen Dorado get played in quite a while here, actually.
Because
this is
you might be right.
I feel like this is to me like the quintessential push map from having played Overwatch 1.
Push is a different game mode now.
Or
I understand
push
where that
the
comes
payload.
from.
Push the payload.
That's Overwatch 1 brain.
Yeah.
But,
Push
payload,
the payload.
Payload map, also known as Escort officially.
Yeah. Are we on attack or defense first? I did not see.
We're good on the
Okay,
sides.
so we're still on attack. Or so we are on attack first.
We are attacking first.
All right.
And yeah, Dorado is. I don't know. That might not have been in the map pool for a little bit in NACE. I don't think of what other Escort maps would have in there. But I think if you're thinking of a payload and escort map from any, like an iconic escort map from back in the day.
See, I
it's
feel
either gonna
like we
be-
had just been seeing a lot of Trafalgar. Is that the one that's not
Gibraltar?
Gibraltar.
That's so if I was gonna say iconic escort maps from back in the day, it's either gonna be this map, Dorado, or
Gibraltar, the Strait of Gibraltar.
or Gibraltar. Route 66 is also up there. I don't think we've seen that in NACE in a while, if at all.
I think that Route 66, I feel like, is very much like, yeah, I played this a lot when I was just playing like ranked at home.
Yeah.
I don't think I've really seen that one. I mean, that one used to be
Oh,
in the
boy.
NACE pool. I do remember seeing it.
I see a Crowley on a Doomfist and a Wolfie on a Junkrat. Nope, he's back on Vendetta. I
So
don't,
it does look like they cannot ban a hero twice in a row.
at least twice in a row, perhaps the same. Maybe not twice at all in the same set. It was a Diva ban from Mizzou and a Widow ban from Oakland. Just, we don't want to deal with the long range at all, and we are going to probably spend again most of this game from the Wolfie POV just because Vendetta is so incredibly strong and powerful and fun. That was half of Winston's health with one
Like,
overhead.
Winston,
Winston
a
is
character
one of
that
the
we are just
highest-
so used to seeing live forever. in
One
a
of the
way.
highest health pools in the game, and just gets absolutely deleted.
Yeah. And I think what's kind of crazy, right, when we're sticking on this Vendetta cam, right, is just because of just kind of like the APM that this character brings, the actions per minute, there's so much
Can I tell
going
you something? It might look like it. It's not. Not only is she fun, she's incredibly easy.
on. You could teach
He's just
your
holding. All he's doing right now is holding M1 and moving his mouse around.
That's so fun.
The only
So-
time he's hitting a button is when he dashes.
So what you're telling me is that I could teach my kid sibling who's never played Overwatch in his life, teach him how to play Vendetta, and they might succeed and make it to at least silver.
Yes. I would
great.
argue flat.
You would argue platinum.
Assuming the only thing that's holding you back in that scenario is that Vendetta gets banned so frequently. Yeah, like this is why a lot of people don't like her, and like I understand it because she is like incredibly oppressive
Yeah.
in the game right now. But it's hard
From
to
it-
be upset at someone that is as fun as this character. This is the most fun I've had.
Oh
Just
my- that
deletes
was
a Tracer.
That was just that was two tapped her.
It was I think one hit of the regular swing and then the
And then
overhead
overhead.
kills her.
The like a two-piece.
I'll say the hardest part with Vendetta is actually hitting the overhead. You do have to be fairly lined up.
Has a rather narrow
It's
hitbox.
it's not as narrow as you would want it to be if you're playing against it, but it is not the easiest thing to hit.
Gotcha.
But it's not that hard either.
Yeah. Here we go, Oakland taking that payload, and we're approaching that second point. Moving relatively fast. OU.
I do want to give some more people some screen time here, but it's just the Vendetta does so much.
Yeah. Is it like it feels like such a change up, right? Where we're so used to just kind of following the tank along, right? Just following Crowley as Crowley just goes on and just decimates teams.
Oh my gosh.
But now we are
Do they
just
not know? Does the team not know? Okay, they know. They've been spotted. Are they going to make it out? Wolfie's going to go even further towards the spawn of Mizzou. That's a trade from Frothy. And I think
Behind
surely
enemy lines.
Wolfie isn't going to make it out here. He's got the ult, too, so he can throw his sword in here and just... Is he going to let it rip? He's going to let it rip. It does get blocked by shields, I think. Almost, that would have been so mean.
360s turnaround to go snipe. What was that, Lucio right
Yeah, he
behind
was
him?
trying to hit a Lucio behind. And just because this character is who she is, like, we haven't seen Wolfie do a whole lot here. He's just been kind of stalling for time in the backline, but that's
Yeah.
enough to make the team uncomfortable enough to have to deal with it.
Right? I mean,
Now
like,
he's getting chased into his own spawn a little bit as he
Yeah,
finally
I mean-
decides to go down.
everything that we just saw Wolfie doing, right? That was like, it was forcing Mizzou to take the Lucio and the Winston to chase him down and get rid of him.
And meanwhile, like if you look at the point progress bar for point 2, they've gotten the payload almost all the way to the end of point 2 while he's back there stalling with Frothy. As they are going to, I think, regroup properly in their spawn. I would like to just point out that this is the first time I think we've seen a larger amount of success on a dive comp from Oakland. And it takes a vendetta
It
to
takes
get
a
it there.
vendetta.
I know dive is historically not our favorite thing to play, but it's hard not to play it on this map.
Yeah.
As they are gonna go down and probably have to reset once again here.
Payload though getting moved back by Mizzou.
Yeah, one thing I will say, historically, we're not fantastic at dive.
Yeah.
We're also not fantastic on Dorado. Dorado was historically one of our worst maps from ages and ages ago.
Really.
Which is probably why we haven't seen it too often. There is VODs that I was a part of back in the day that
Didn't look good.
On this point specifically, were not very pretty at all. As Wolfie is gonna find a pick or two, make it 3 onto the Lucio there. Oh my gosh, the stacks are just so strong. If they ever make it so... Right now, for the perks for Vendetta, usually gonna take... Oh, he does get stuck. You can... Oh, okay. Wait. What? I'm so sad we don't have replays today.
That blocked it?
No, I thought it did. I believe Frothy TP'd and Suzu'd him. Because Suzu was on him. I just don't know if it was early enough.
Okay.
But
Going down right for it,
you
could use
might
the ult.
be able to have enough damage reduction to live
Yeah.
on that. Maybe. I have to test that.
Okay, this was really funny. We just saw Ben's character model get knocked all the way off screen, and we just followed them off into like an area that's like almost unrendered.
Below the map, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I will also point out in that moment is the Tracer that stuck Wolfie with the pulse bomb killed himself with the pulse bomb.
Actually took him out.
I was going to go in with the proper rage here. Let's see, can he juggle? Is he Gushui level? I would say so.
I'll believe you.
I mean, he doesn't really get the opportunity just because of the amount of mobility from the Mizzou composition right now. But if Wolfie
right.
finds another kill...
Will we see 9?
They were screaming about it. I heard it. Make sure that they didn't, but I don't know. I think it's like a 3v3-ish, maybe 3v4.
Good hit. That's a Winston all going down on the side of Mizzou as well.
Oh, did he lose it?
Yeah, well, he used it.
Okay.
But I don't really think they got all too
The
much
beat
of
is
it.
in time.
Is that going to be it? That was a really good beat that came out from... Yeah. It was a really good beat that came out from Mizzou there.
That might... I don't know... From the angles we were looking at, I couldn't tell exactly which way that fight was leaning towards then. Or until then. But that beat was
until that,
definitely-
like, once that beat came down, there was a realistic chance where it looked like Oakland could at least keep the point staying. We could be on the point still.
And this is a sign of life from Mizzou here. They were kind of getting steamrolled in map 1 and 2.
Definitely.
Just a little bit. And they do stop the payload just before the second point here.
Yeah.
Which is definitely winnable for them, but we will have to see how they handle the rest of the map first. I'm interested to see, do we stick to dive here? Grenza on a Cassidy. We're going to a proper dive backline with the Ana Brig. Looks like.
Ana Rig, okay.
So even more traditional dive style from at least the tank and the backline.
My dad says
Definitely it's looking like OU's kind of looking for the more, like a slightly tankier
Like
angle.
I think the idea is just let Rowie and Wolfie just be annoying. Ren can just sit back with the backline and just put long range, mid to long range pressure down. They open up on the cast point of view here.
Oh, we got a little bit of a desync audio here. Sorry about
I
that,
don't know
guys.
if we are going to be able to handle that. That's weird that that's just happened.
Yeah.
Apologies. Jax finds a kill onto a Lucio. I guess we're diving him. And where's Jack? close enough to his. Oh,
Payload is starting to
It's
get
gonna
a
go
little bit. It was moving, but now it stopped. We're back to being contested. Quick little dash out of there by Jax. Doesn't want to get too pressured, but goes back to healing his damage. And now that is just a big dive. That is a Winston jumping in from Mizzou.
Yeah, the whip shot to knock the monkey back off the ledge there was just late. The double comes out in time. Although I don't think it's gonna matter. I think they're okay. They are not okay. They are going to die here. Somehow Jax is alive. I don't know how. Probably goes down.
35 HP in a dream.
Does fuck.
And immediately goes down.
They will get another touch here. I'm interested to see, will they stick the dive or are they gonna swap to something a bit more brawly?
Find out. Frothy goes down right as
Frothy gets killed.
Right as they got their ult
here.
too.
And they do. Mizzou will cap.
Pretty quick. Maybe not quick, but like relative. Like I would say a convincing first push. Here.
I'll admit maybe. I think our unlucky. no Suzu to save himself on Ana, but I think we might just be getting outdone in the dive scenario, which historically for this team is nothing new.
Not at all.
It's like I said, it's historically a style we're not great at, and historically a map we're not great at. Which I do think we've been better than we have in the past, but that's not a particularly high standard to beat.
Yeah.
As Wolfie is going to find a pick, we do have ults online coming into the fight here, 4 of them as a matter of fact. Wolfie does go down, but I think he finds a second one, or no, that's still the same kill as before. Prowie in, going to stall the point out, has a primal to be extra aggressive if he wants to be. Rally comes out from Jax to protect himself in the backline. I don't think he got connected that quick melee. Frothy finds the kill under the Tracer somehow. I wonder if Frothy has... No, he does not have the headshot perk unlocked, at least not yet. He'd be even opts to take it when he gets to that second level of perks. Probably, again, he can afford to be a bit aggressive here. He does have the Primal Rage to get himself back to essentially full health. As Wolfie's he's having a hard time staying alive in this round, to be honest. Then there's the Primal from Prowie. Suzu already come out from Fury as well, so she's going to be in a bit of trouble. Although there's a teleport to save her life once again. And not too much out of the Primal Rage there. And yeah, Mizzou just kind of steadily taking their time. Frothy's dead to a Pulse Bomb again. Primal now from Nyx on the side of Mizzou is going to do some damage to, I believe that was...
Yeah.
And that's going to be 4 dead on the side of Oakland. And that's going to be a map number 3 going to Mizzou. We have a series on our hands,
We do have a series.
Maybe no bedtime tonight.
No sleep, just gaming. That's
Wolfie with another play of the game, though.
Alright, so that was from the first half. Ooh. Oh my god. So good.
I think that's a nerf. If they want to nerf Vendetta, I think that might be one way to do it. She has a lot of time when she does her dash. Where she throws the sword, dashes to it, and then gets the overhead after.
Yeah.
You can delay that overhead for a very long time. So if they ever want to nerf Vendetta, I think a way to do it that is not like character destroying is to maybe just reduce that amount of time that she can hold on to it for, because it's just a constant threat you have to be aware of. As it looks like we're going to Arunasapi for our push map. As I said, I'm a hybrid hater. I'm a King's Row hater. I am a push enjoyer.
A push
and maybe
enjoyer.
Call me a new gen. I played enough Overwatch 1. I was there. I understand. but Push is arguably, at least historically, to me, one of the more favored game modes.
Okay.
Which sounds insane because of how one-sided it can feel.
Yeah.
Especially because you do have to come back. You have to win like 3, 4, sometimes even like 5 fights in a row.
Yeah.
Um,
And this map that we're going to, Runasabi, this was that Peru map.
This is Peru. It's the newest of the push maps.
Because we saw this last week, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's the newest of the push maps. Not that I'd say it's particularly new anymore. It's been out for a while. I believe either the same season or the season after Alari came out.
Okay.
Because it's her
Yeah.
home map, I believe. And it was a Echo ban for Oakland and a Zarya ban from Mizzou.
Okay.
I do think that the Echo in particular was giving specifically Wolfie a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I will admit, Vendetta, as much as I talk her up, as is with Dive in general, it's a bit weirder to try and play Dive effectively on defense on most maps,
Okay.
just because of the nature of how that works.
Yeah. I mean,
Vendetta in particular on the defense side of maps is a bit trickier to deal with. You can't just kind of brain off W key in. You have to be very particular about the engagements you choose. As we're going in here, we have a Junker Queen with a Moira Lucio on the side of Zoo. Who opted to swap? Nope. Using the Life Weaver a little bit, and then probably on the Diva. Diva's a strong pick right now. Not gonna complain about that. Oh, we've roll swapped.
Oh, so Frothy. Oh, okay. So there is one of the interesting things that we are with the Oakland team, right? Is that we do have Frothy can sometimes go over to hit scan if needed, and then Ren can play that flex support role that we do see Frothy normally play. So today's gonna be this is actually the first time since like the whole like experiment of how the team works that we'll see oh, got a quick little fix on the voice comms or something like that. I think we were hearing somebody actually commenting, so we'll fix that up real quick. But anyway, back to this. Mizzou, the first ones to actually get a nice push going here, 31 meters. Oakland only able to get it just a little bit off that initial point. So we'll have to see if Oakland can kind of get a nice comeback and just get Mizzou kind of like off this off the robot, and we can actually start getting it pushed towards us.
Okay. So.
Oh, and actually, I'm now just noticing that we're seeing both tanks playing Junker.
Queen Mirror. Like I said, we're actually playing the Overwatch 2 comp.
Yeah.
Like the day one Overwatch 2 comp from so many years ago. I'm interested to understand why this role swap has happened, because this was historically supposed to happen, or not historically. This idea was supposed to happen specifically with Kiri being banned, but now we're seeing Ren actually play the Kiri.
Yeah. And I'm very curious. It's got to be just something, right? like maybe Gren was feeling like, hey, you know what? I just was not hitting my headshots that round. Let me just play support. We'll kind of like switch it back up a little bit.
Let me heal bot.
Yeah,
let me. You go aim for a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't hate the idea if they feel like it's not working, then
exactly. But I mean, like, right? That's kind of like why this is existing in this manner, correct? Because like it's that the way that they're flexing is just kind of to find. It's like a little experimental, but
yeah. And you know what we were talking about? We were believers in the Gren hit scan, and perhaps. Maybe the team isn't. But let's see. Should we be believers in the Frothy hits?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, this will be the first time we're actually seeing it in NACE
is
competitive
this
play.
is this the first time Frothy's played DPS officially in a match?
At least for this
Right in
season.
the kill feed on Kier.
In this season, yes.
I'm trying to remember if Brad ever. Maybe this season.
This ends now.
The season I played support, maybe? Was Brad playing then? I don't remember. He's been sort of in and out through the year, but with the overclock from Frothy Philly himself, does manage to pick up 2 kills. So I'd say so far the gamble's paying off, if it's even a gamble.
Yeah.
As they are going to get this checkpoint here. They are still behind a little bit on the distance, but it's not going to matter too much. I think Bot should push this past the goal line, and they will take the lead. Yeah, like I said, this is just the Overwatch, the day 1 Overwatch 2 brawl comp. That was so strong back then. It's not quite as strong as it used to be.
Yeah.
Because it used to be if you weren't playing this, you were kind of throwing. Red does put some damage down, but isn't going to be able to finish off the kill, although Crowy will. In the meantime, Frothy gets traded out.
That Jungle Queen was just all over Frothy. Just was not.
Yeah.
It was just kind of just getting absolutely just like overpowered.
And once again, Wolfie is just good again. Yeah, I mean, Sojourn's very vulnerable when she doesn't have the slide, if you recognize that, and the Junker Queen gets her speed boost when she uses her shout. So you can kind of just run her down. So they do take the lead. They're going to get still a little bit more progress here as Wolfie's in a bit of trouble and does get caught out by the Disruptor Shot. Disruptor Shot with the perk adding the slow effect that it used to have that then got removed is now back into the game with a perk.
Yep.
If that made any sense, I don't know. I'm saying a lot of things very quickly today.
Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but
the slow effect used to just be a permanent part of that ability.
Oh,
like
okay.
when Sojourn came out, and then in an attempt to nerf the character, because Sojourn was just so incredibly strong back then.
Yeah.
They removed that slow. They're like, that's doing too much.
Okay.
So they just let it do the AoE damage. They brought the slow back as a perk that you have to opt into, which I think right now it is the preferred perk. Anyway, as Oakland is going to get caught out here. Probably gets a trade, but I don't think it's really going to matter. I think they're just going to try and stall out. Maybe just take the bot as far back as they can.
Yeah.
Wolfie's probably going to get a little bit staggered here. Crowley goes down as well.
That's Mizzou finally back on the point, pushing the robot back.
And Wolfie with the blade ready. Gren with a Kitsune rush ready. Won't get to say that too often. And Frothy on the Sojourn with an overclock ready as well. Interested to know what we engage with first. I would guess the overclock or the Kitsune rush. And then, speaking of, there it goes. Comes out. This is going to be in there. Actually, Zoo's just going to kind of try and play, and yeah, they kite themselves away. So Kitsune rush gives them space, but not much else.
They just backed off.
And then use Kitsune rush of their own to re-engage. And it looks like Crowd's going to be a little bit stuck. But Frothy finds a kill on the Tracer. There is a beat comes out from Jax to keep them in this fight. And Frothy will use the overclock as well, finds 2 railgun hits, 2 kills. Wolfie actually decides to pull the blade right at the end here, and that might have been a bit of an overuse of the ults, but it will win in the fight, so you can't be too upset.
No, not at all. And realistically, right, off of all that previous exchange, Mizzou was not able to really get the kind of like the goal point moving much.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Oakland used 4 ults.
Yeah.
Sort of, it was a long fight, to be fair. It was a lot of disengage, re-engage. But in the grand scheme of things, did use 4 ults for Mizzou's 1. They used a Kitsune.
They did.
And that was it.
Ooh, yelling out. They're trying to hop on what I believe is Kiriko. Gotta try and take her down.
Damage comes through. Jax finds a kill with a boop onto the Genji. But going to have to get out of here as
almost got that kill.
But the overclock from the side of Mizzou is going to have to force them back once again. So, while they do lose the fight again here as they can't gain any more progress, they are still in the lead, and Mizzou has to win minimum 2 fights in a row to really get anything done here. Probably with the second perk online, so he gets 2 slides, except they don't go as far. Finds the headshot onto the opposing soldier and probably finds another kill as well. And while they trade this fight down, it's going to be another win for Oakland. Gonna maybe try and stagger this queen out as much as they can. Be a nice chunk of time saved.
And what was so nice about that whole exchange, right, is that Crawley had never felt the need that he had to bust the ult out, right?
Yeah, I imagine we see it here. We're gonna see someone's gonna call out that the Suzu from Suzu's Kiriko gets used because that ult does, or Suzu an ability does nullify the entirety of Junker Queen's ult.
Oh yeah, because of the bleed aspect, right?
Bleed and the anti-healing
And the
effect
anti-heal.
just completely negates it. There's a Suzu used, so I imagine right now he's looking for it. He's playing aggressive. There it is. Finds 2 hits with it. Sojourn will absolutely be dead here.
Boom. That was such a big call, such a big individual targeting of that enemy Sojourn, getting rid of one of the big DPS threats on Zoo there. And Nyx goes down themselves, so that is just really, it's going to be an all or nothing coming here from Mizzou if they want to have a chance at this, kind of like taking this point, or taking the robot and just bringing it back, right?
So this is going to be overtime now, so the next fight, oh, what a shot.
Huge. All right.
Blade gets pulled from Wolfie with the beat engage as well. Misses the dash, so probably isn't actually going to get much out of this play. You get 1 swing.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just going to be a light bleeding out of the zoo here at the end. And
Yeah.
Crowley finds 3. Wolfie's pressuring the spawn door.
And there it
GG.
is. That is Oakland taking it 3-1 over Mizzou. And as it once again, right? Like that's the OU guys finishing up a game, winning it 3-1.
Probably play the game.
Series.
I imagine this will be the. I think this might have been the rampage earlier in the game. It hits 2 or 3 there.
Jeez. What a
Incredible.
good targeting.
He's able to. That's one thing in this game that I just get overwhelmed with is when there's like 3 or 4 targets like surrounding me, like very close to me, and he just snaps on to all of them.
Definitely.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3-1. GG.
And
It is late. I don't know if we want to spend the time.
I am going
or
to elect that we do not
Veto.
do a
Player interview vetoed. I agree, to be honest. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, guess we'll cut the stream there. We'll end it for the night. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream tonight. And we'll be Thursday. We will be back for another live stream, and we'll have Smash A making their debut for the Winter 2026 season, and they're going up against the defending national champions from fall, Stony Brook.
Of course,
Our
one of 3
amazing,
bracket demons.
Our amazing rivals for the last, what feels like 70 years. We're going up against Stony Brook on